Get your asses in here. Get in here, cunts. Give a fuck if you're taking a shit, man. Pinch that loaf off and get in here. Think I give a fuck? Think I give a fuck? You ain't got no toilet paper anyways. What the fuck you guys doing taking shits? More wrong greatness. You guys know it. Got me a new phone. I had to get a new phone. I was charging my phone. I just use prepaid phones. I don't do contracts. I don't do any of that shit. I went through Sprint in the past and they sucked ass. I went through Verizon and they sucked ass. So I just get like these total wireless phones now. It's like $30 a month. Man, it's way fucking better. But the phone I had for like 2 years was just crapped out pretty much. It wouldn't charge anymore. So I had to go to Walmart in the midst of this fucking quarantine and grab a damn phone. The guy getting me the phone has a fucking attitude problem because he has to do his job. I'm like, fucking eat a dick, bro. It's like, just do your fucking job. Like, I don't give two shits. I don't know if the NES version of Klax is on here. I remember Klax. It is the 90s and it is time for Klax. Try some Klax out real quick. I don't know why I've been wanting to play this lately, but I have been. Oh no! Shit. This has always been a puzzle game I always kind of liked. Especially this version with this weird ravey soundtrack. Here, hold on. I gotta set my, on my phone. It's going to sleep too early. I got a Motorola phone this time. Well, I've never actually even had a Motorola phone before. Sleep after 30 minutes. There we go. That's the highest you can do. Motorola phones were meh. And this one's not bad. This is the Motorola G7. It's better than the last phone I had. It's a lot bigger. Mega Man 3 on Game Boy. This is actually one of the better ones if I remember right. I beat all the Mega Man games on the Game Boy except I think the 5th one because like I said, it never emulates right. You can never get it to emulate right for some reason. It's like a curse. Apple phones would probably be your least favorite great exposure. I would hope. Listen, as somebody that likes to tinker on stuff and fix things on his own, I can't stand Apple, dude. That shit is purposely made for you not to be able to fix it. I can't stand that kind of business model. Not my style, yo. I just replaced the battery in one of my Vitas, actually, man. I can pretty much do anything there is to do on a Vita now, dude. I've taken it apart. I could probably take apart and put together a Vita blindfolded now at this point. Vitas are one of the best designed things in general. I'm not even saying just like handhelds. I'm saying like things in general. Especially those early 1000 models, dude. If anything goes wrong with those motherfuckers, you can fix it because it's all separate boards. There's a separate board for the D-pad, there's a separate board for the face buttons, there's a separate board for the sticks. Like, everything is just user replaceable. The parts are really cheap. I love working on Vitas, dude. It's really easy to get them apart. There's not a lot of ribbon cables in it. Like, I've taken apart, like, 3DSs and stuff before. Man, those things are dicks to take apart, dude. Like, 3/4 of everything in a fucking 3DS is ribbon cables. And if you break or bend even one of them, they're so flimsy, yeah, good fucking luck, dude. Dude, get a Vita. I mean, I have 4 of them. Because I'm a fucking lunatic. The only problem I have with Vitas is the battery life. Like, certain ones you'll get, the battery will last forever in standby. And other ones you'll get, they'll die like every day. You gotta charge them like every day. But there's nothing particularly wrong with them. It just seems like a random luck of the draw thing. Like, you'll put in new batteries and everything, and it still will not hold a standby time worth of fuck. Like, I don't know why. I have 4 Vitas because I've found them at, like, sales and garage sales, and I found one at Cashland one time for real cheap. I mean, how am I not gonna buy a Vita for fucking $40? Like, I mean, it's like against the law to, like, not buy a Vita for $40. Oh, this guy's gonna kill me dead, dude. You actually have any Vita games? I have a ton of Vita games. I have so many Vita games, I have to like have like a one of those like CD holder type things to like keep track of them all. I sold Persona 4, dude, because I just don't like it. I've tried, dude. I probably put 20 hours into that jam, and it just did not do it for me. You want to get right down to it. My favorite Ys games are the ones that don't have party systems. Like, the one that was on the PSP. I like Origins. I think Origins is probably my favorite. Ys 8's not bad, but like I said, I just don't really like the party systems in them. I like the Ys games where you're just like one person. They're the ones that just play more like Zelda. When they start getting party systems and shit in, that's where it starts getting like overly fucking complicated. Oh man, this Ys 8's alright. Oath and Felgana, dude, that's my jam. Yes! Yes, Billington. Do I got infinite lives? Why is my life counter not going down? Let me try this again. That's weird as fuck, dude. You guys noticing, like, my lives are not going down from 2? Let me try that again. Yeah, Oath and Felgana is probably my favorite. Oath and Felgana follow very closely by Origin. Yeah, my life's not going down by... My life counter stays at 2. That's weird. I guess I'm cheating. I didn't even try to cheat. It's weird playing Mega Man 3 with the charge fucking shot. I'll tell you that right now. Like I said, there's some aspects to the level design in this I actually like better than the NES game. Controls just aren't as fluid, though, man. I keep wanting to do things I always do with the NES versions, and it's just not as fluid. You know what game that nobody's, I don't think, ever picked is Shadows of the Empire on N64. I've actually wanted to play that. Like, nobody ever picks that. Oh shit, oh god. Dude, I probably haven't played that since I rented it back in the 90s. Woo! Shadows of the Empire, dude. That game was hard as fuck. That's what I remember the most about it. A game you couldn't beat in your youth. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna tell you guys a story here. And you might laugh your asses off. It might be pathetic. I don't know. But we had Bomberman 64 when we were kids. And I shit you not, dude, we could not get past the first fucking level in it, dude. Like, we would pass the controller back and forth, like, forever, dude. And, like, we just never could figure out what we were supposed to do. Something didn't click with the way the level design was in that game. And we just never got anywhere, dude. We had this brand new game, and, you know, it wasn't as easy as just looking things up on the internet. Like, we had crappy internet, and there was something going on in the level design, or some kind of aspect to the game that we just did not understand, and we just never got anywhere in it. I don't know what it was about that game. I'd like to go back and maybe try it. Maybe I'll still be stuck in it, but I don't know. Dude, I mean, I must have just tarred it out, dude. Like, me and my brother, my two brothers, could not figure that game out. There was some move or something you could do that we just didn't understand, is what it had to be. There's a bunch of games that stayed unbeaten, dude. I never got anywhere in fucking 8 Eyes on the NES. I don't think I ever beat, like, one single fucking mansion in that whole fucking game, dude. I just couldn't do it. To this day, I still can't do it. It just doesn't play well, but I own that game. Oh, what? I hope there's a checkpoint right there. Please, God. You gotta be shitting me. Alright, guys, let's move on. That's really fucking tough, dude. With how floaty the controls are and shit. Yep, here we go. 6 golden coins. I beat the fuck out of this game as a kid, dude. Yeah, I used to beat this game over and over again. This game's got weird level design, weird vibes. Like, I don't know, man. To this day, I play this game, and I'm like, this game is fucking weird. I always loved Wario's castle at the end of this game, though. I always think it's a really cool castle, the way it's designed. And I like the boss fight, too. Mario Land 1 is way too short. Like, I get it, you know, because it's like a launch game or whatever. Yeah, boy. I've always been good at that claw machine, dude. But Mario Land 1's way too short, dude. The moon level in this is awesome, but you can just beat the whole level just by flying through it. I mean, you don't even have to touch the ground if you don't want to. Dude, I'll tell you guys a story, dude. Like, I remember being on the bus and my friend talking about Pokemon, dude, and I'm just like, you know, like, when you're a kid back then, you start, like, you know, people talk about things and, you know, you get into them. At first it was Tamagotchis and stuff like that, and then, you know, you don't want to be the only kid without a Tamagotchi and a pair of Airwalks, you know what I mean? You had to get those, or otherwise you're going to get your ass beat. So I had the Tamagotchi, I had the Airwalks. And then it's like people talk about this Pokemon. I'm like, what is Pokemon? It's not like the dumbest thing ever to me. And my friend was explaining it to me. And I'm just like, what system is this on? I was thinking he was going to say, you know, like PS1 or, you know, maybe it's a Super Nintendo game I missed or, you know, who knows. He's like, it's on Game Boy. I'm like, what? Because at that point, you know, I didn't even have a Game Boy Color at that point. And I probably hadn't played my brother's Game Boy in like 4 years. Like, I didn't even realize it was still around. So it was like, it was amazing. Dude, it would like be, you know, it would be the equivalent of like if they released a new like PS3 game today. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it would be. Like, if a brand new popular game came out and it was only on the PS3, that would be like the equivalent of that shit, dude. It was bizarre. And I was like, what? And I was like, I gotta go play it on the old brick Game Boy, and I realized, I was like, oh yeah, I can get a Game Boy Color, because the Game Boy Color was out around that time. It was weird. I don't think people really fully understand that the Game Boy came out in 1989, and Pokemon didn't come out till, what, 97, 98? That's like 10 years after the damn thing came out. And it just re-energized sales of this fucking 11-year-old system, dude. I mean, it was just crazy. Oh yeah, my school went nuts over Pokemon, dude, to the point that we weren't allowed to even talk about it anymore at certain points. Like, the teacher, the teacher put the kibosh on any of us even talking about it, having the cards at school, anything, dude. My teacher was like, had a radar for fads, dude, at that time. Like, she saw it coming. She must have watched that shit on the news, and she's just like, nope, don't even bring it in, don't talk about it, don't even think about it. She knew if we thought about it, dude. Like, she would prefer us not to even have it at home, either. Like, she was a bitch. Any of my teachers, really, except, like, maybe one. My computer teacher at the time, I remember, I had a computer class, and, I remember it's like when I first was introduced to the internet, dude. Like, this shows you guys how old I am, okay? Like, we were learning about the internet, and I didn't have internet at the house at that point. Like, this is like mid-90s, okay? And they let us, like, she explained what the internet was, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can look up anything on here and it'll find it, you know what I mean? Like, it was just amazing to me. And of course I wanted to put in tits.com and look at that, you know what I mean? But I knew I wouldn't get away with that. So I was, like, looking up stuff, and, you know, it had a CD drive on it, and this bitch was over here playing this game, and I'm just like, what game are you playing, you know what I mean? Like, so I made up some excuse to come talk to her. Like, I think I pretended I had to go to the bathroom, but I just wanted to see what she was playing, and she was playing Myst. And I'll never forget that. She actually bought a copy of Myst. I guess she didn't have a computer at her house, but she bought a copy of Myst so she could play it at school on the CD drives. And it just blew me away. Like, the graphics of it, I'd never seen anything like it. I watched her play it, and it was boring as shit. You know, like, I think she got a kick out of the fact that I was interested in her playing this game. But, the graphics of it just blew my fucking brain apart, dude. Like, I mean, you can't even fathom. There was nothing like that, you know what I mean, back in the day on consoles. So, like, I mean, she was rocking Myst, and that, I mean, my little brain couldn't take it, dude. I shit my pants. I literally shit my pants. But I never wanted the game because I knew I wouldn't like it because I'm not good at puzzle games. But I still really impressed me with how it looked. I mean, it was photorealistic. I mean, it was like a real-world type thing. Oh, you can't jump on those guys. Kids were choking on Pokeballs in Burger King. Yeah, I remember that, because I had one. Yeah, you could put them up to your mouth, dude, and if you breathed in, like, there was no air holes in them. So if you breathed in, like, it would get caught on your face, dude. Like, I had it caught, like, catch it on my face, because I saw the news reports, and of course my mom tells me not to do that, because you put the one half of the Pokeball on your face like a gas mask, you know what I mean? She's like, don't do that, you're gonna choke, and I'm like, ah, fuck you, ho, I'm doing what I want. You know, I'm a grown-ass kid. And I put it on my face, dude. I mean, literally, those things would choke you out, dude. Like, it was like a suction. It would, like, suction to your face. You couldn't get the motherfuckers off. You had to, like, break the suction with your fingers. It was... I remember, like, being like, woo! 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 And my mom's like, you're a fucking idiot. I told you not to do that. I was like, well, you shouldn't have told me not to do it. I wouldn't have done it. I had to do it. You told me not to. Like, I mean, it would choke you out, dude. No joke. They should have put air holes in them. You guys see what I'm talking about with this game having weird vibes? Just the music and the atmosphere of these levels is just strange to me. Aww. Choke-a-ball. Yeah, dude, choke-a-ball. Dude, there's certain things that happened to me as a kid that I still won't do certain things because, you know, like I pretty much almost died. Like, I almost choked to death on a lifesaver, dude, and to this day, I still cannot eat lifesavers, dude. Not lifesavers, but Jolly Ranchers. To this day, I still can't eat Jolly Ranchers. They scare the shit out of me. Like, I literally almost choked to death on a Jolly Rancher. Like, it ain't no fucking game. If you guys have ever almost choked to death on anything, it's pretty scary. And that was the last time I really ever fucked with too much hard candy. Like, there was the Warhead... All Warheads were the rage there for a while, and I ate a few of those, but to this day, I really don't fuck with hard candy. I don't fuck with Jolly Ranchers, dude. Those things are fucking dangerous. That's why I said, dude, Jolly Ranchers like to stick to the back of your throat, dude. And Warheads are so fucking sour. I mean, those came out, like, I was in middle school when Warheads first came out, dude. And you had never tasted anything that sour before, dude. Like, there was nothing. Like, they had sour candy, sure. You know, little sprays and stuff, but they were never really that sour. And, you know, this is like, nothing, they dumped the whole bottle in their mouth, you know what I mean? Like, you're a baller-ass kid, dude, you didn't give a fuck. But those fucking Warheads came out, dude, and there was nothing like those fucking things. I mean, those literally just fucking goddamn take the breath out your mouth, dude. They punch you in the throat. You're like, damn, like that. Them fucking Warheads were serious business. Toxic Waste was the same way. I think they both came around the same time. I can't remember which one came first. I think it was Warheads, but... Like, you would eat Warheads, and you're just like, you felt like you were, like, breaking the law or something. Like, you were importing, like, some kind of shit you shouldn't be eating or something. Like, some kind of rave drug or something. Like, you were just like, what the fuck is this? Like, you could just feel the danger when you're eating those things. You're like, man, I could die at any moment, dude. Oh, yeah, dude. Kids would see how many Warheads they could put in their mouth without them bleeding and shit. You guys ever fuck with that Quarters game? You guys ever play Quarters? Or am I the only one that ever did that shit? You guys ever... You gotta, like, put your knuckles on the table, and then you take a quarter and slam it into the other person's knuckles and see which one could last the longest without tapping out. Dude. Ain't nobody tapping out, dude. If you tapped out, you were a pussy for life. So literally the only time it ever fucking anybody stopped playing is when the teachers would break it up, dude. Your knuckles, dude, like, you could see the bone with these motherfuckers, dude. Like, people lost their fucking hands playing that game around my school, dude. You did not ever tap out. You were labeled a pussy for life. Like, you probably still get made fun of, dude. People would still call you on the phone, still to this day, and make fun of your ass for tapping out from Quarters. I didn't tap out, dude. Fuck that. Like, it was just blood everywhere, dude. It looked like a fucking... It looked like goddamn Mortal Kombat or something. There's this fucking body strewn across the halls. And you couldn't turn it down either. You could not say no if somebody challenged you to a game of quarters, dude. Because you're an even bigger pussy. You just get beat up, dude. Ravaged. You get a train rain on you. You don't want that. You had to say yes if you were offered a game of quarters. And of course I had this one goddamn motherfucker, dude. He was huge. I'll never forget this guy, dude. He was fucking massive. This guy was like 6'3", 350 pounds, and like 4th grade. It was fucking nuts, dude. He could have been in the UFC in 4th grade. And he knew he was that big, and he would always fuck with you all the time. I'm actually friends with him now. I talk to him to this day, but he was a total fucking asshat back then. He would always do the that finger thing, you know what I mean? If you looked at it, he got the right to just like punch you in the fucking throat and shit. You know, he would fuck with you, dude. And he was the king of quarters, man. He was the king of fucking quarters. And if he challenged you, you had to take it. You were gonna lose. Because his knuckles were like made out of straight up fucking goddamn titanium alloy or something. You couldn't even make him bleed. I mean, you could launch a quarter at his knuckles from a fucking bazooka and it wouldn't fucking affect him, dude. But if he challenged you, unless you wanted him to kick your ass for the rest of eternity, you had to say yes, and you just had to put up with your knuckles getting destroyed. I think I still got scars, dude. Oh, he'd fuck you up with that circle game, dude. It wasn't even no get you, like, oh, I got you. No, he would make you look. He'd be holding the fingers down there, and you'd see him out the corner of your eye. You're like, nah, I ain't looking. Dude, and he would, like, take your head and, like, make you look. Like, he would take your head and physically make you look down. I'm like, dude, that's not how the game works! I was like, well, you might as well just punch me. Just punch me. Why are you even going through the trouble of doing the fingers? It's fucking ridiculous, dude. This guy was a maniac. But, like, now he's, like, super nice, and I talk to him all the time, and, like, it's, like, a completely different scenario. Although I do think he just recently deleted his Facebook, actually, for some reason. I don't know why. But he was a maniac. Dude, he was that one kid that the fucking cops were always in talking to all the time. Dude, he punched this one kid in the fucking face so hard that he put him into a seizure. I remember that. He was the talk of the fucking school for about 2 weeks off that, and these cops came in and talked to him. I asked him about that, like, about 2 months ago. I was like, remember when you decked the motherfucker in the face so hard that he had a seizure? He's like, hell yeah, I do. He's like, he was a dick. Nah, dude, he's actually really successful. He drives a semi around. He's got money. He was in juvie all the time. But now he's alright. There's a lot of kids, you know, he got made fun of pretty bad, dude, because of how big he was and shit. So he just turned into just beating motherfuckers up. He told me about it when I talked to him not too long ago. I was like, why were you always like that and shit? He's like, dude, people were always on my case, is what he told me. Alright, what was the next game? Skullmonkeys. Yeah, I didn't live in any kind of suburban environment in my whole life. I mean, there was one time I lived in a little town that I was able to ride my bike around in and stuff like that. So I got a little taste of it, but not very much. Most of the time I was living in the country. Weird-ass nonsense. There's a lot of effort that went into this, though, dude. This claymation shit was hard to do. This game's hard, if I remember right, and you gotta play it very much exactly how it wants you to play it, or it's even harder. Oh, God, I mean, you get one hit. Oh, shit, dude. I think this is a case of style over substance with this game, dude. Collect these for a free life. Who says free life? I got me a free life. It's like an old person playing a game saying something like that. I got me a free life. I got the scroll weapon. I almost beat Mecha Turtle at the end of level 3. Kudos to who knows what I'm talking about with that reference. Oh shit. Somebody guess the wizard? The Wizard. Damn right, dude. It's about time to do my bi-monthly Wizard watch. Me and the wife have watched that movie like 3 times since I met her. We watch it all the time. Oh shit. She likes it a lot, actually, which I'm surprised, because she didn't grow up in that atmosphere or with that type of stuff, but she still really likes it. She says it's cute. It's like, oh, it's cute. I was like, I don't know if I like it anymore now that you think it's cute. God damn, this is rough, dude. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm done with this. Omega Boost. I think I've only played this like once or twice. Dude, I could barely make it through the AVGN movie, dude. And I'm not even saying that, you know, just to diss on the guy. Like, straight up facts, dude. I couldn't hardly make it. Like, me and my brother were struggling to make it through that turd bucket, dude. It just... Parts of the AVGN movie just didn't make any sense. It's like he had like a little idea of certain things he was going to do, but that he never did anything with them. Like his boss at the game store or whatever, like being like crazy, they never fleshed out, so it just didn't make any sense. Like that part when he pukes on that girl was just so random. It's like, what? Like nothing in that fucking thing made any sense. Dude, the whole reviewing ET thing is fucking stupid anyways, because the game's not even that bad, dude. Most of the time, people hated that game because they didn't even know how to play it. Same thing with, like, Raiders of the Lost Ark on the Atari. People were like, it's bad, it's bad. No, you just don't know how to play it. You're not reading the instructions, and you're going into it. Of course, you're going to hate it because you don't know what the hell you're doing in it. I'm not saying it's a masterpiece, but you need the instruction book. That's the biggest thing, dude. Bubsy 3D is worse than fucking E.T. on the Atari 2600, dude. That's just straight facts. That's just straight bona fide facts. I will play E.T. on the Atari 2600 any day over a fucking absolute shit pile that is Bubsy fucking 3D, dude. Superman 64 is definitely worse. Bomberman Act Zero? I mean, come on, dude. Dude, I'll play E.T. every day over a fucking Bomberman Act Zero, playing the same fucking level over and over again 100 times in a row. Fucking pile of shit, dude. Action 52 is worse. Action 52 has 52 games that are worse on it than E.T. Drake of the 99 Dragons, yes. Big Rigs, yeah, Big Rigs barely works. This game's sweet, dude. Highlight, I wouldn't go so far as to say Highlight because of how old Highlight is. Highlight shouldn't have been ported to the NES in the first place because Highlight was a very old, like, PC RPG. You know what I mean? It came out way before Zelda, so I'll cut Highlight some slack. Gotcha, bitch. I've always been a gamer, dude. I've been there from day one, son. Chrono Trigger is worse than E.T. Shut your fucking mouth, Dan Redmond. I feel like this is fun, but it would get kind of old after a while. I mean, you're basically on rails. I mean, you're just like turning around and shooting at stuff. This is like, it's like Panzer Dragoon, but like not as crazy on rails, and you don't get as cool things to fly through and shit like that. As much as I love PS1, dude, a lot of these PS1 joints just don't really hold up anymore. I hate to say it. Ooh, Felix a cat. I remember I bought this game and it wouldn't work in the NES that I had, dude. Like, I could not get this working, and my grandpa actually had an NES that we bought him, like, the previous Christmas. And he brought that over for us to be able to play, because I could not get this to work, dude. I blew it, like, my patented blowing on it technique wasn't working or nothing, but his NES had a better pin connector or whatever, so it worked. Still iffy, dude. I'm telling you, NESs were so jank back then. So yeah, you could always get a top loader, but yeah, if you want to play it with an RF signal, unless you do like a AV mod on it, Which buying an AV fucking modded top loader nowadays is gonna set you back like $300 or $400 probably. So you're better off just getting like a replicant system, whatever the fuck they call them. Some off-brand jam. Actually, you're better off playing ROM, sucker! Them bitches are free. Oh yeah, I'm not paying $800 to play fucking Earthbound, dude. You have to pay me $800 to play that game. It's so fucking boring, dude. Oh no, I'm about to fight a boss with no fucking weaponry. Good thing he's shooting over my fucking head. How's that working out for you, bro? Dog spring guy. Oh no, my arch nemesis. Dog on a spring shooting a gun over my head. Oh no. Courtney? I just talked to Courtney the other day. You don't gotta wonder, because I already know. She's doing alright, though. Starting to get her act together. I still don't want no part of it. She wanted me to, she's like renting a house now or something, and I don't want no part of it. She's like, "Yo, come see my new house." I'm like, "No, I'd rather jump off a cliff." I got a cliff to jump off of at 8 o'clock that day. I got no time for that. This game's not bad. At all. Alright guys, I'm probably going to take a break here. I got to do some things around the house and do the fucking laundry and shit. But I will be back. Alright guys, you guys take care and I'll talk to you later. See ya, homies. Later.